Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna leave a pinned comment down below providing more context to the sort of progression because the excitement about the snow was at an all-time high and I'm so glad I captured that. But then of course there is the decline for those of y'all who know anything that's been going on here in Texas, so just as you're watching, keep that in mind. Yes. My story, however, had a great progression the whole way through, so that is exciting in itself. But without further ado, let's go back to the immense excitement. Look at this, my office, the snow, the snow, it's all snow. We only get so many days with snow in San Antonio, which is to say no days with snow ever. So I decided to take this as inspiration. I have an idea in my head of a short story to be like a freebie companion sort of thing. I want to revisit some of the couples I have, and I thought it would be fun to do a snowy themed one and also interject in the mix all of my fun snow videos. Actually just gonna do a new document completely. We're gonna call it Snowy Short Story. So the thing with short stories, especially from couples that we've already seen in like a full novel length version of, then revisiting as an epilogue-y of sorts, you still need some sort of conflict in the short story. So I have an idea. It'll be real cute if I can pull it off. Let's see. We're gonna take some brief notes. Ooh, look at that little glow from the sun. Oh, and the snow in the background. Okay. Am I allowed to say this about my own idea? So without giving too much away of the novel version of this, basically Portia and Kit met a few years ago. In the time since we've seen their initial love story unfold, they're now living together. It is a snowy day in Texas, something that no Texan is prepared for. They get much more snow than expected. Kit was planning to propose to Portia. She'd done all the things she needed. She'd drawn a bath and she'd lit some candles and a lot of cute stuff that's like reference back from the novel version. But Portia is a nurse and she is needed at the hospital, and so when she's trying to come home it takes significantly longer. So by the time that Portia gets home, Kit is like, it's ruined. Everything is ruined. Her plans to propose have completely gone out the window, and Portia has no idea about any of this, but she can tell that Kit's bummed out, that Kit's upset. And so she's like, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go outside and we're just gonna revel in the snow. And so Kit's mood is lifted, and as they're like, they do snow angels, they do a snowball fight, all of the cute montage-y things. As they're building the snowman, Portia goes to find a twig, and Kit places the ring that she realizes she still has in her pocket on top of the snowman and then proposes there. It'll be so cute, and I think that'll be a good way to like meet back up with these two. So I'm so excited. Okay, now I just have to write it. My goal is like 4,000 or 5,000 words. I'm taking a snow day from all of my other things and we're just gonna do this, and I'm excited. But actually, you know what? We're gonna go right on the couch and enjoy. Boo, 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 boo. Look at the snow. Look at the snow. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that. You don't do that with the face screen.
Okay, so what I've done so far is I have two things where I put them in yellow, where I need to insert references back. I have something about ducks I need to reference, but also descriptions about the house. I never think about doing descriptions when I'm writing it the first time. My mind just doesn't go there. It goes more on like dialogue and the immediate action. So I'm always putting description back in, but sometimes it's also hard to figure out where the description would be best inserted. And so I'm kind of making a conscious effort to build that in now so that it's a little bit easier. And so the future me can be like, okay, this is a quick way to do it, even though current me is still like, no, let's just freaking go 2 places. I got this. Hi, Zelda. Did you hear the door open? Hi, baby girl. Good job, sweetheart.
That's kind of where I'm at. I mean, I have faith in the experts.
And like, what?
Can you explain why I'm not getting looked
the
up?
first of 5 couples to walk down the aisle
explain
to
it?
meet for the first time at the altar.
It's something that I never thought that I would go through. So it's just.
My best. I mean, that's adorable.
This would really be a fairy tale.
Alright, well, after multiple rounds of playing in the snow, poor little baby Buffy got a cut on her paw somehow. Duke had an accident in the house. And our pipe burst. A pipe burst, so we're heating up apple juice since we don't have any water to put over it. So, I'm currently at, last edit was 1 hour ago, 1,000 words in this short story project. This is the second day. Snow, third day? I don't know. So besides the pipe bursting, we're actually pretty fortunate in this situation. My poor parents have been off and on without power, and we've heard horror stories from lots of friends who've been without the entire time. More pipes bursting, apartment complexes are having issues, so blah. To think how excited I was for the snow. It's definitely one of those weird things where I'm still enjoying it, but with the asterisk of knowing how bad it is. We had a little Duke join us too. Ta-da. The fun part's gonna be I have some other stories in this pseudo series that I think would be really fun to do something similar with. I don't have the exact ideas for them yet, so we're gonna focus on this one. But yeah, very fun. Oh man, we're trying. Oh look, it's not working. I can tell. I ended the stream and that's the face I was making when I ended it. Oh no. No, look at that. We're all like, stay safe. Okay, it is done. Twitch Studio, quit. We tried. Also, okay, quit. Well, at least the dogs will be happy about this change of events as I had ushered them out for a bit. So, it is fine. Cool. My snowy short story is finished, except for the yellow, obviously. It's partially finished. This is just how I draft though. I do have currently 3,182 words. That is including that first bit of brainstorming, so probably about 3,000 words. And that is so on track with how my other 0/first drafts of these short stories have been going. I guess I just like, they always end up around 5,000 to 6,000 words, but I feel like that just goes to show you how much additional stuff I put in. So like some of these are like insert something else here, like description, blank like blank, put more description of the frost, slow this down, insert very sweet proposal dialogue. But I don't know what it is. I like to rush to finish it. So it's like once I immediately know what thing's gonna happen, unless there's something I'm still trying to discover in it, like the proposal dialogue, I'm like, I know I'm gonna figure out something sweet here to reference back. So I just skip that and put the brackets there. And then I keep writing to discover the rest of it. So it's just fascinating. This vlog has taken a turn, obviously. The excitement about the snow early on was so immense. And then of course, you know, Texas is just not meant to handle this amount of snow, this amount of cold for so long, but also like, I don't know how much y'all have been reading about the way our politicians have handled the power grids and the power surges and the power outages and all sorts of shit. So it's just been ridiculous. And like we're personally lucky because other than some water stuff and pipe stuff, like we still have power and heat. My parents have been they've been on rolling outages, and then my aunt and uncle have been without for days now. We had a friend come and stay with us yesterday so that they could get some work done, take a hot shower, have some hot food, and that's with them feeling safe enough to drive, you know, and it's supposed to snow and ice and everything again. So I don't know, man, my heart goes out to all of my fellow Texans. It's just a shit show, isn't it? It's such a terrible way to end off this vlog in comparison with like the very cute snowy short story that I'd written, but I really don't know what else to say. That feels very much like what the past year and a half, 4.5 years, you know, it just feels very reminiscent. Of course, the excitement of the snow should immediately turn into this terror for lots of people, you know, so I don't know what to say. Other things I've done in this time? I created a Ko-Fi page and then shared my writing tracker. So I went from my version and then created a downloadable version, which I didn't really have before. So that was kind of fun. And then I put it over on Ko-Fi, but you can access it for free. You just have to click here for the writing tracker. Doot, and there's got instructions, an example sheet, and then all the information. You can kind of change it as you so desire. My goal for today, even though again it will be snowy and icy again today, my goal for today is I need to finish my short story collab project, and I have another romance short story. If you want to look at my current progress for the month of February, it's fun because look at that. The short story is just like 69.5%. I'm hoping, I have it on my like publication schedules in quotes. It's just kind of how I'm keeping track of everything in the multiple names. I have it on there that my goal was to print off the Meridian maps, the first one, several days ago, but that did not happen as this has all happened. So I actually moved it to next week, and I'm kind of hoping that maybe I can get these short stories done. And then I can work on the Meridian maps in full in March and April. So anyways, please do comment down below. Let me know how the weather is where you're at right now. Let me know if you've ever written a like pseudo follow-up story before. You know, again, I said that this like wasn't quite an epilogue because it's not going in the back of the book. It's just like a fun freebie kind of thing to wrap up. I'm thinking maybe I'll release it around a holiday or something, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, let me know if you've ever done anything like that. Let me know if you've had a gap, like you thought you closed a story off and then you came back and revisited it, whether it was the same characters or maybe you hopped to like a different family but in the same world, or maybe you hopped a generation. Maybe it's all the same world but you're now focusing on a completely different side of it and it kind of builds the world out even more. Yeah, I'd be really curious. But thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you especially to some of my new patrons this month. Samantha Cossey, Vic, Helene Enstrom, Cheryl Rundle, Jess Landman, Josephina Alejandra, and Midday Slice. And we'll see you all very soon with the new video. Bye. So Kit was planning to propose. Kit was, what am I trying to ask about? Let's see if I can get snow in the background. I don't even care that it's like, just make it all white.